In this video, I'd like to talk about text boxes. Text boxes are very handy, and as you can see, when you create slides, they often come with text boxes already inside the slide. So here you can see this title slide has the title text box and also a subtitle text box. Right? As I told you before, you can always get rid of them. But what if you need to add a text box? Right? So sometimes if you start with a blank slide, there aren't any, or even if you do have some, you might want to put more in some cases. Okay? So here, for example, going to the Insert tab, I'll just insert the text box. And once you click that on, you can see it's toggled on, and I can just click anywhere I'd like. Right? Text box, I can make it whatever size I like, and here I can start typing on the beach. Okay. Again, once you have your text box, you can modify the text any way you like. So just click on the edge of the box there. Like I said, when you click on the edge, it modifies everything inside. So I can increase size, I can choose a different font, and I can increase or decrease the size of the text box as necessary. Okay. One thing I talked about before when writing on top of a slide is to be careful of the readability. Okay, so in this case, we do have a lot of areas where I can put the text that does make it quite readable. For example, on the beach, you do have a fairly solid kind of grayish white color, or even in the sky, we have a very solid blue color. So anywhere I put this, I can see the text. Okay, on a slide like this, a black background, if I insert a text box, right, text box, right, in the dark. Okay, so I can see that PowerPoint was smart enough to make my text white so that I could see it here on the black background. Again, if that wasn't the case, I can always modify that myself. So, or if I want a kind of pinkish or grayish font, something like that. However, in some cases like this, sometimes no matter what font you choose, you might have that low visibility, especially on a very busy background with lots of changes in different colors. Right, black text doesn't work so well, white text doesn't work so well. So sometimes what we want to do is we want to put a background on the text box. Okay, so a text box functions just like any other object. So objects come with this Format tab, right, as we saw with inserting other objects. So going into the Format tab here, I can actually do things like fill the box. So for example, I could put like a pink fill on my box, something like that, right? Which indeed does make the text a lot more visible, right? So in this case, let's put a fill of a white fill in this box. Okay, so there again, you can see the text becomes very visible on that white background. Okay, other things I can do, I can make an outline. So if I want, I can put a black outline around that text box. I can thicken it up. So, okay. But in some cases you might think that's rather ugly to have that really solid color. Okay, so what I can also do, another option I want to show you, going into shape fill. So instead of a solid pink, let's go into this option here, more fill colors. And here you can choose a whole rainbow of colors, as you can see, right? If you have these values, you can also enter those in as well. But what I want to show you here is this transparency slider. So I'm going to increase transparency to about 61%. If I click OK, so that pink does remain, but that pink becomes see-through. Okay, so these aren't the most ideal colors. Maybe let's try again. Maybe let's try a green fill. Okay, so here you can see I have a green fill. It is transparent, right? So I can see through that green, but since there is that color, right, I can see my white text a lot easier. having that green background a little bit see-through. Okay, so that's using transparency on text boxes. Okay, so text boxes, insert them as necessary, right? I can insert as many as I want, insert another text box, right? Apple on the beach, and perhaps I want to put a few points, right? Point number 1, point number 2, and point number 3. Okay, so here let's increase the size a little bit to make it a little bit more visible. Perhaps I want to make them into bullet points, something like that. Move it around wherever I want. Right? And I do get those dotted lines to kind of help me kind of align things, right? Like right in the middle of the text there, right in the middle of my slide, etc.